Okay, so leading up to the Diddy situation, that went to the agency as well.
Yes.
So who contacted the agency? Was it Diddy or was it Jane Doe?
What's up? It's Outer Spaceman. Rico Buzzard goes crazy, and he detailed his Freakoff encounter with Diddy and 50 Cent baby mom. This is crazy, man. These ninjas be doing all type of gigolo work and getting a lot of money from P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Baby Old King. Man, these ninjas be doing all type of freaky shit, man. And Diddy was living his best life doing all of these Freakoff. You need to watch a full video, man. This shit is interesting. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it.
It seemed like Jane Doe from the text thread, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, so the agency calls you and says, look, we have a new client for you.
Yeah, there's like, we have a celebrity client and you're going to have to sign the NDA.
Okay, so Jane Doe actually told the agency that there's a celebrity involved.
He had already been with the agency.
Oh, because Diddy had already been using that agency
yes.
for a while. Ah, okay, I get it. And they knew who he was and so forth.
Yeah, they knew everything.
Okay, so you get booked and they send you the NDA. You go through the NDA, what do you think at that point?
It didn't really seem like a legit NDA, but I just signed it because it was more like of a makeup company from what I understood. I feel like it was more of a scare tactic than an official NDA, you know?
Okay, so you sign the contract, you get the payment, and it was $2,000, right?
Yeah, you get the $2,000 when you get there.
Got it. And this was at the Edition Hotel in Hollywood?
Yep.
Okay. You knock on the door, what happens next?
I knock on the door and he opens the door.
He opens the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so no masks, no nothing?
No mask,
just
no
Diddy
nothing.
right there in front of you?
Yep.
What did you think when you first saw Diddy right there standing in front of you and you realized, okay, this is the client?
I had a friend that's with the agency that when I told him I had a celebrity booking, he told me, he was like, it's going to be Diddy and the girl. And I was like, this was like 2 days before the booking. And I'm like, no. So like when he opened it, I was just like, oh, he was right. That's exactly who it is.
Okay. So now you have Diddy standing in front of you and you're like, okay, my friend told me the right story.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
I walk in, he was like, what's up, man? You know who I am? And I knew who he was, but I was like, no. When he was like, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, and I was like, and he played a song, and I was like, oh yeah. And he was like, well, my girl's in the room. He was like, do you want a drink? And I was like, no, I'm good. And he was like, do you smoke? So I was like, yeah. So we walked out to the balcony, and we sitting there on the balcony just smoking, and he's like asking me about myself, my career, what I do, and telling me the girls getting ready in the room.
Look, man, this is where the shit is gonna get crazy. Man, Diddy was always on some freaky shit, man. Diddy got male escort to bang his chick while he watch and masturbate. So a lot of people is saying why 50 Cent did that documentary on Diddy is because he was smashing his baby moms. So this shit was just crazy. This beef is going on for so long, and Diddy was obsessed with a lot of guys. He wanted to take 50 Cent shopping, and 50 Cent wasn't on that shit. He know that Diddy was always a fruit cup. He's always on some gay shit, man. So a lot of people had a lot of gay rumors to talk about Diddy. They said that Diddy and Meek Mill was in a relationship. He was clapping those cheeks, allegedly. All of these celebrities be going on that 50-foot bed. Astro gliding with that baby oil on. Man, these ninjas are really wild, man. So I don't understand when the escort come and go in the room with Diddy. Man, they rub that shit on Diddy's nipples. That is just some weird shit. That shit crazy as hell. Man, what type of gay shit is that? So Diddy like those type of cuckold activities. He like to watch his girlfriend get smashed and tell guys what to do and be directing that shit like it's a movie. Man, this ninja was a real wild ninja, man. But we had to hold him accountable because Diddy was really getting out of control. He was blackmailing people, kidnapping people, blowing up cars allegedly. Man, this ninja was a terrorist when it comes on to baby oil and all type of freaky shit. He's the most heinous ninja in history. All of this shit that is on Diddy's name, his reputation is tarnished. He would never be the same, man. It is over for the dealer. I don't know what he's gonna do to get a comeback, but when he get out of jail, he's gonna keep a big Freakoff, and all of the celebrities are gonna be invited. This ninja is off the chain, man. Ain't nothing like a Diddy party, but it is what it is, man. It's outer space. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
And he's like, we chop it up for like 25 minutes about like music, my fight career, and then he starts to tell me, well, this is what I want to do. I have a girl in there I want you to dance for. I want to create an environment. I want to create a vibe. And then she walks out a little while later in lingerie.
Okay. And this is a Asian female?
Yeah, like a black and Asian female. I didn't know who it was at the time.
Okay. Okay, so the female walks in. Did she look familiar to you?
No.
Okay. What happens next?
She sits down. She's in lingerie. We smoke and talk for like 15 minutes about different stuff. And then she's like, do you want to dance with me? And he was like, before y'all dance, I want to create a scene. He was like, told her to stand at the edge of the balcony. He was like, he told her he want her to print out, I'm walking in the bar and we're just meeting. And she's like, okay. And she's like, hey, how you doing? Just starts to play it, you know? So I play along with her. And we do that for like 3 minutes. And I was like, can we just go inside and I can dance for you? And she's like, yeah, sure. So we walk inside and she's put towels like on the floor. There's towels on the sofa, towels on the floor, like a bunch of white towels. I'm like, but there was like 2 bottles of baby oil sitting next to it. So he tells her where to sit, and I start dancing for her. While I'm dancing for her, he's kind of instructing her, like, I want you to sit here, telling her to pour baby oil on herself. When I took my shirt off, tell her to put baby oil on me, and did that for like 10 minutes. And then I stopped dancing for her, and he was like, can you take her pants off? She was like, I got some underwear I want you to wear. Like, she had the specific underwear she wanted me to wear. And she pulled them on. I'm like, okay. She like, can you go put them on? So I go put the underwear on, come back. I start dancing for her. And as I'm dancing for her, he's sitting to the side, and I see he pulls a phone out and starts to record me dancing. And I'm like, no, don't record me. So he's like, all right, cool. He puts the phone down. But there's also a laptop sitting next to him, and it's like open towards me. So I go over there, and then I close the laptop, and then I go back and I start dancing for her.
Okay, but didn't Diddy have a conversation with you ahead of time that says that he's in a porn and he wants to create his own porn movies in front of him, basically?
Yeah, that was the conversation before he set up the scene and said, like, I'm walking in from the bar.
Okay. What did you think when he kind of described this whole, real life porno?
I was wondering, because I told him I was at film school and like my purpose for being in film school, so I kind of feel like he was just segueing that. And he was saying he's at a point in his life where he likes to create his own porn. And he has a beautiful girl in here, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I was like, all right, cool,
Okay. Now, what is Diddy doing as you guys are kind of doing all this foreplay?
He's just sitting there watching.
Okay. He's fully clothed?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens when you guys get more and more sexual?
She starts to give me oral there, and then she was like, do you want to go in the room? So we go in the room, and he actually takes his shirt off. So he's sitting in the corner while we're on the bed having sex, and she just kind of overdoing the baby oil thing, and I'm like, it's like a lot, it's kind of too much, you know what I'm saying? I start wiping myself off with the towel. She was like, I like baby oil, I got a thing for baby oil, and I'm like, all right, but it's a lot, like it's almost overwhelming by the baby oil, you know what I'm saying?
Only 2 bottles though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I see at this point is only 2 bottles.
Okay, probably more in the back. Now, did you get any sort of gay vibes from Diddy at all?
I didn't, but just him wanting to watch that, you never know. But at the same time, how he gave the explanation of creating his own porn,
Okay. Were you uncomfortable with the man right there while you're trying to, do your thing with the female?
No, he kind of kept his distance. And as we had that conversation before, as we were sitting outside, she asked me, she was like, are you comfortable doing the threesome, or would you be open to? And I was like, I never did it, and I'm not comfortable doing it. And so I kind of like put that out there before we even started,
Okay, so Diddy actually wanted to do an actual threesome with you and Jane Doe as opposed to just watching, but you said, nah, I'm good.
She asked.
Yeah. Which meant that he was okay with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She wouldn't just spring it on him.
Yeah.
Okay, but you said, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys start the sex, what happens then?
He just kind of like walking around, watching, kind of instructing her, telling her like to talk dirty and to like switch positions, tell her get up, do this, and then like would be like stop, and she like she wanted me to dance for her in between us having sex. So we just like set up a little set, cut the lights on. She'd be like tell me to pick 2 songs. She'll pick 2 songs and kind of dance in between. And then he's just like watching, walking around watching, and kind of instructing her. He'd like tell her to sit down, and then tell me to sit down. I'll sit down. She'll dance for me a little bit, kind of just like mixing it up. And he's pretty much just directing her, telling her what to do while I'm dancing for her.
Well, didn't Jane Doe ask you to take off the condom?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
I said no. And then she was like, well, could you come on me? So when I came, I pulled the condom off and came on her.
Okay. Before that happened, though, what was Diddy doing as you guys are having sex?
He was sitting in the corner with his shirt off, and then at one point, like right before I came, he was sitting in the corner. He had his hands in his pants with his shirt off, and he was just sitting there. And then he'd get up, and then he'd just be walking around smoking, like sipping a drink, smoking. That's me and her having sex, and just kind of telling her, do this, put more baby all on yourself, kind of instructing her throughout the process.
Right, but wasn't he pleasuring himself at one point?
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember when I talked to Punisher, right? He said that he was given, very clear instructions to not even, address Diddy on any point. Don't look him in the eye. Don't act like he's even there. He said the first time that him and Diddy actually locked eyes was when he was leaving the stand, in court. Was there any of that? Like, don't look at Diddy, don't talk to Diddy, or was this more kind of like?
No, when he was walking around, I looked at him. He was like, I'm not even here. But like at the same time, like I know you tried to record when I was first dancing for her, so I'm like conscious of him walking around. And he was like, I'm not even, act like I'm not even here,
Okay. So you guys have sex with a condom while Diddy's watching.
Yeah.
Does he leave before you actually come?
No, he stayed in there.
He's actually in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And Punisher told me the exact same story, that basically he would have sex with Cassie, in his case, and right before he came, he'd have to pull out and bust on her stomach. So that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
So after you bust, what happens next?
I get up and I go into the bathroom to take a shower, and then when I walk in the bathroom, in the tub, it's like this much hot water, and there's like 10 bottles of baby oil in the bathtub and like 5 bottles of Astroglide, and just like floating in hot water. So when I walk in there, I'm like, So I'll stick my hand in the water, and like the water is like very hot. So I was like, they must have just put this in here. And I think to myself, well, I just used like 2 bottles of baby oil. So why do they got this many? Like, what they gonna be doing with all these bottles, So
there's just a massive amount of baby oil in that tub.
Massive amount of baby oil in the tub.
Okay. Well, the one thing Punisher told me that was very interesting, he told me part of the story off camera, but he said that every time he would bust, before he came, Diddy would walk in the other room and close the door. And as soon as she would like jump up and like just try to hold kind of like the stomach, like the liquid gold, make sure it didn't spill, and just run into the other room and bring it to Diddy. And what he said that was really funny was that he was actually relieved after watching the court case, because he assumed that Diddy was eating it the whole time. When he found out that she would rub it on his nipples, he was like halfway relieved. He was like, okay, I guess that's better than Diddy eating it, I guess.
Oh my God.
Do you have any idea what Jane Doe and Diddy did with your man juice after you were done?
Well, I finished. I'm in the shower and I'm thinking to myself, like, I just came on, like, she's not gonna come get in the shower, So I get out the shower, and then when I walk out, they're having sex. Him and her are having sex.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like,
so
she didn't even wash that off of her.
Okay, so basically Diddy got your sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that make you feel when you saw that?
It threw me off, really. Like, I walked into the living room, closed the door, and started getting dressed. I was like, all right.
Like, I do not want to be here right
out of here. Yeah.
I mean, were they like asking you to join in? Or? No.
Like, I opened the door and they in the bed and they're having sex, and I'm like, interesting. And I literally just walk out, close the door, and start putting my clothes on.
Okay. And they give you what, the 3,000 extra?
The 5. She I didn't get the 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
So she walks out and she was like, thank you, we enjoyed that. How much do I owe you? And I was like 5. She gave me, and then I left.
Okay. How'd you feel walking out of there?
I was kind of like surprised at the ending, like how he was having sex with her and she didn't take a shower with the cum, but at the same time I was just like
So he's like, was it missionary?
yeah, she was laying down on her back and he was on top of her.
So basically your
Yeah.
cum juice is rubbing up on his stomach as
And
he's
hers.
having sex with her. That's
So I was kind of thrown off from
okay,
that.
yeah, that's a little nasty. Okay. So you walked out and you were like, okay, damn, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you had a second encounter also.
Yep. Like probably like 4 months later.
4 months later. So when they hit you, did they tell you, okay, same couple as last time?
Yep. Same client.
All right, so you knew what was up.
Yeah.
So what happens the second time?
The second time it was I think in Beverly Hills at a hotel called the L'Hermitage or L'Hermitage. And I go up and it's the same setup, but this time they have like a fruit tray, a couple bottles and like pre-rolls on the table. So I walk in and we sitting at the table just like eating out the fruit tray and drinking and talking, and he was like asking me if I wanted a rhino pill. And I was like,
What is that?
it's like the gas station pills, the sex pills that you
Oh,
get at
yeah.
the gas stations. And I was like, no, I'm good. I don't need that, you know. And then he has he comes back he was like, what about the honey pack? And it said hidden vault on it. And I was like, hidden vault. And she was like, it's just honey. So I read it and I'm like, okay, it's closed. It's honey. I'll give it a shot. So I did the honey pack. And that was my first time learning about the honey, if you know about it.
No, I don't. What is it?
Yeah. It's like kind of like the rhino pill at the gas station and enhance your sexual performance. You know, just kind of chill, smoke, and still had like the towels laid out. So the same scenario, she already had like a list of songs this time that she wanted me to dance to. Mm-hmm. So I danced for like 4 songs. She got a pair of underwear that she wanted me to wear for some reason. It's like some black boxer briefs. I put those on, I danced for. Same thing, a lot of baby oil as I'm dancing, and he's kind of instructing her, telling her to dance, telling her what to say, like speak dirty, you know. And then we did that in the living room for like 30 minutes, then moved to the bedroom, and kind of the same situation, but I couldn't come the second time.
Okay, so was it condoms again?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they ask you not to wear a condom this time?
No.
Okay, so they already knew.
She asked me to come on though, again.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going through the motions, but you can't come.
Yeah.
Is it because Diddy's
I don't know, it's
right
because
there?
he was pacing, or the honey is just like a Viagra type supplement that I was hard, but I just couldn't come.
Okay.
You know?
So what happened? At one point you just gave up?
Yeah, I was like, it's not working. And she was like, it's okay, I'm tired, you're good. And then I just ended that one.
Okay, so you took the condom off.
Yeah.
Go back to the bathroom again?
No, I just took the condom off and started getting dressed.
Oh, so you didn't even shower this time?
Yeah, and I didn't even shower.
Okay. And was Diddy upset at all, or?
He was like, you good, bro, you good. It'd be like that sometimes. But you could tell, like, that's what they wanted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so you got paid the $5,000 again, or?
Yeah.
Okay. What year was that?
One of them was end of 2023, and one was beginning of 2024.
Okay, so 23, 24.
August 23, I think it was.
Okay. Now, at the agency, you said that you had a friend who had already done these types of freak-offs.
Yes.
With Jane Doe and Diddy. Do you know how many he did?
I don't know exactly, but it was a couple, like over 2 or 3.
Okay, so you have these 2 sessions, and you go back to your normal life. The Cassie lawsuit comes out. You know, this was like maybe like 6 months later, 9 months later, something like that.
Yeah.
When you heard about the lawsuit, what did you think?
It kind of like blew my mind. And then like when the lawsuit came out, like all allegations came out, and there was like 3 friends I told about the situation, and they called me instantly, and they're like, man, Rico, remember you telling me about that all situation and like sending me the links, and I'm like, man, this is crazy, you know. But I never thought it would come to me, and I started getting calls from the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, started calling me, saying they wanted to talk to me, and I had a friend that was an attorney, so I called him, and he was like, well, you don't have to talk to them. They don't have a subpoena, this and this. So then, like, 2 days later, they called me. It was like, we have a subpoena, so you got to talk to us. So I just avoided them. Like, they was calling me, trying to meet up with me. And they knew I lived on Sunset. They was like, we're here on Sunset. We just want you to talk to you for a second. So I avoided them for like 5 months. And then I was promoting an event I was working for, and I posted on social media. And so I go outside. They're like, Rico, someone's outside, and I think it's just one of my guests trying to get into the event. And when I go out there, like, the guy pulls up a phone and start recording me. Like, he hands me a letter, and as he's handing it to me, I grab it, and it's like a long line of people outside, and the producer for the show. And I grab it, and he pulls out his phone, and he's like, you're set to be here in the pier. He pulled up his shirt and showed his badge, and was like being like loud about it. And like, I knew exactly what it was once he started doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now you have an actual subpoena.
Yeah.
For the grand jury.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did the Diddy house raids already happen or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you now know that things are getting more and more serious. Real. Right. So the Diddy house raids happen. The Cassie lawsuit has been settled, but everyone got to read through all the craziness in it. And did the Cassie video come out yet or no?
It was like just beginning. Like, that stuff was just beginning to come out.
Okay. When you saw the Cassie video, like the hallway, Intercontinental video, what'd you think?
I felt like that was bad. Like, I felt bad for her, and like felt bad for being around someone that ruthless that would do that to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, before the video came out, he had a whole Instagram post like, all these lies spread about me. I will protect my name and my family. They're all false, whatever. Then that video comes out, and then he did he's like, yo.
Yeah.
I was in a dark place.
Should have said that at first. Right?
I know, right? So the video comes out. The lawsuit, has been settled. The house raids have happened. I mean, when you heard about the house raids, when they raided both his LA and Miami home, did you think at this point, okay, things are really getting serious?
Yeah, I did. But at the same time, in my head, I was like, I did let him record any of me, so I wasn't really worried. So I didn't think I had anything to worry about,
Man, this interview is crazy, man. Diddy is just a nasty ninja, because no way I'm gonna come on a girl and then you're gonna have missionary with her. So Diddy is just a weird dude, and he's nasty. The both parties are nasties. The girls and the guys are just nasty. Doing all of these Freakoff and doing slappy seconds, man, Diddy is on some weird freaky shit, man. And we had to do something about this ninja. So I understand that all of these male gigolos was getting a lot of money from Diddy. So now Diddy's in jail, so a lot of them can't survive, because Diddy was paying them big bucks to smash his girl. So Diddy, I would have did that job free. You did not need to pay me shit. I'm gonna sleep with those bad broads. Those girls was fine as hell, man. So I understand that a lot of people are saying that 50 is bitter because Diddy was smashing his baby mom. Man, I would have been bitter too, because no way you're gonna turn my girlfriend or my baby mom in a groupie. That is just so disrespectful. And now you can see the level that girl is willing to go. Girl is willing to be freaks just for money. Because why would you have an apartment that is 10,000 US a month? Why would you do that? So you're trying to live a lifestyle that you can afford. So I understand why Diddy have to have these girls doing all type of freaky shit, man. Diddy got so much power. He got these girls being hoes and freaks. Guys be peeing in them. Guys be doing all type of freaky shit with these girls, man. So I understand, but what Diddy did Cassie in that all way, that was just some real sucker shit. And we had to do something about that, man. So everyone is saying that no one was forced. So everyone was enjoying having these Freakoff. Diddy was not forcing anyone to do this shit. Everyone know that Diddy and Cassie were two drug addicts, and they were in a toxic relationship. They were doing all type of weird shit, man, and they were happy. But I don't know what happened. But when Cassie left that relationship and Diddy went and got with Young Miami, that is where Cassie got bitter. Because no way you're going to give Young Miami everything. You're going to give her a TV show and did not give me shit. and having me doing all of these Freakoff? Man, this shit crazy. So understand she had to get her lick back. But it is what it is, man.
Alright, so as many of you may know, 50 Cent just made a documentary about Diddy. Now, 50 Cent has not liked Diddy for like 20 years. And the reason why 50 Cent doesn't like him is actually very simple. Diddy makes him uncomfortable. You see, about 20 years ago, 50 Cent was on top of the world. Boy was talking about in the club. Boy had a G-Unit chain on. Put your hand in the air if you remember this chain. Gotcha. If your hand's in the air, you're an uncle or an auntie. But that's okay, my hand here too. Anyway, 50 Cent had a problem. When you on top of the world, you start getting all kinds of attention. Diddy calls up 50. He said, 50. 50 said, yeah. Diddy said, hey, I noticed you on top of the world. Let's be friends. Now, at this point, Diddy's still powerful. It's 20 years ago, but he's still an executive. He's still a mogul. So 50 like, okay, that's dope. That's cool. Diddy said, yeah. So why don't we just start by hanging out? 50 said, I don't see a problem with hanging out. What was you thinking, like bowling or something? Diddy said, nah, I was thinking like we just go shopping. Now at this point, 50 Cent didn't have any problem. They just going shopping, whatever. But it's what Diddy said next that shifted things a bit. Diddy said, and I'll pay. Now, this may seem small to some folks, but here's where things actually start to get wicked. Because there was something in how Diddy said, I'll pay, that made 50 Cent uncomfortable. 50 Cent said it was like Diddy was testing the waters. Like seeing how far he can go with 50 Cent in a sense. Let me buy this watch for you. Let me put that watch on for you, Daddy. Me saying daddy was not an exaggeration, because Diddy has never hid the fact that he likes to see how far he can go with people. Even on camera, he don't care. During this interview with Fabulous and Drink Champs, Diddy start talking about, I like when you do that, daddy. Bro was just pouring him a drink. He said, everybody quiet. Diddy said, everybody silent, so let me just run it back. I like when you do that, daddy. Everybody still silent. Fabulous start talking about, oh man, yeah, anyway, so Diddy said, sorry to cut you off, Fabulous, but why don't you ever come party with me? Fabulous still trying to keep it cool. He said, I like partying with you. We party. Diddy said, no. I'm talking about party, you know what I'm saying? And as if people weren't already uncomfortable, Diddy brings down his glasses and he's saying, party, you know what I'm saying? They say, yes. Now, they didn't say that part out loud. They were quiet, but this is Diddy. Y'all not watching his interviews closely enough. Don't watch them. They'll just make you uncomfortable like 50 Cent was. And the thing about 50 Cent is he gonna let the world know how he feel about you, and he gonna feel that way about you for life. So after that phone call with Diddy 20 years ago, 50 Cent has been saying, yo, y'all gotta look out for Diddy. He made me uncomfortable. So it should come as no surprise that 50 Cent released this documentary about Diddy. He's kept the same energy towards him for 20 years.